I've been doing YouTube for a very long time, and no, in that time I haven't just gained 200 subscribers. This is one of my alt channels, and I just didn't really feel like this would fit onto my main, so here we are. If you do recognize me for my mains, then cool, I guess I don't really care. I'm just here to talk about my experience with YouTube and I guess the Minecraft community, but just all the communities I've been a part of in general. So starting off, I made my first channel in 2017. I started off with CubeCraft content, which is both a Java and Bedrock server. And I started with this one just because it had been my main ever since it came out. And I still love the server, I just don't play it as much as I used to. And over the years I did CubeCraft content, and the years that I actually did CubeCraft content were some of my favorites, just because I didn't know a lot of the people in the community. I was just like a random YouTuber having fun, and I did have a little bit of success, but it wasn't anything crazy. And eventually, I did get bored and I quit to make a new channel. This time it was my first channel that was just not Minecraft. It was about the Zelda series, which is a Nintendo series. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty big, but I don't know. Some of you guys are way too childish for this, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, honestly. Now, this channel lasted for a couple years and I had a decent amount of success. I got a couple thousand subscribers. But I never really enjoyed making the type of content people watched in that community, because it was mainly focused on shorts, and I'm a big long form person. I don't like making shorts. I made a couple, but they're just like random clips. They're not really edited. Point is, I don't like making shorts. I prefer long forms. Even though long forms would have done well if I had started making them, at least in my opinion, it's really hard to make videos on this series, and I really just didn't have the time. So eventually I just stopped doing that. Don't get me wrong, I still love the series, but I just got burnt out of making videos. And that brings me to one of my newer channels, which I would say right now is my main, but I'm honestly just thinking about quitting that one too and starting something brand new. It's always really nice to start something new. You feel fresh, you feel free, you can do anything you want. It won't do well, but you can do anything you want. Now, this channel has around 1.9 thousand subscribers at the time of this recording, and the most viewed video has around 70,000 views, which is pretty good. It's the video that got it monetized, actually. I started off this channel on Bedrock too. It wasn't really a part. I made videos on basically all of the featured servers on Bedrock, but I was mostly known as a Hive YouTuber for some reason. I guess it was my favorite server at the time, but I didn't really make videos on it, but I did know a lot of people in the Hive community. I was friends with them. And, I actually it was really fun. But when I was around at like 800 subscribers on this channel, I got to I think it was 800 subscribers, my Minecraft launcher actually stopped being able to run Bedrock. So here's the problem. I play Minecraft on a Mac OS, so for Java that's just fine, but Bedrock is known as the Minecraft Windows edition. For some reason, I don't know why. It's more of a console edition, or like PE edition. Okay, whatever. But basically, I was using a third-party software to run it. It was a Linux launcher, I think, and it just stopped working for a while. Like, Minecraft updated something with Google, and I stopped being able to log in. So in that time, I stopped making Bedrock videos because I obviously, couldn't record. So I made a couple Hive Bed Wars commentaries. I don't play Hive Bed Wars at all, but I just made a couple commentaries like explaining it, and then another one just, messing around. And in that time, I just realized how much more polished Java felt than Bedrock, which could totally just have been that I was using a third-party bad launcher to run it, and the normal version could totally work fine. But for me, Java just felt so much different and so much better that after my launcher started working again, I thought about just switching completely to Java. It was that good, dude. I was also getting pretty bored of the super repetitive nature that the Bedrock community has. You can't make something new that will work nowadays. If it is something new, tops 14,000 views, which is hey, that's good. But in the long term, that is pretty abysmal. So what I did was I made a kind of collab video with Java. I don't know how to say this. I made a video about me, a Bedrock player, PvPing on Java. And, you know, that video got 70,000 views. It was good. So that really just proved to me how much more of a space to grow Java really is. I would say it's a lot harder to grow just because you won't have as strong of a community as Bedrock, because Bedrock, you know, YouTubers, they all have the same subscribers and everybody knows who everybody is because it's not a very big community. So in the end, I decided, you know, just to switch completely to Java, and I've uploaded a couple videos. They've all done pretty decent. I wouldn't say as good as some of my Bedrock videos, but that's understandable because I have a Bedrock audience. So I wasn't exactly sure how well they would do, and they're not the most creative videos, I will say. One thing I have noticed since I switched to Java is just how much more toxic just random players are. Even YouTubers can be a whole lot more toxic than anyone from Bedrock. Like, as a person who's been in a lot of different competitive communities, Minecraft Java is 1,000,000% the worst, like, in terms of how toxic people are, which I don't have a extreme problem with, because I just really don't care if you say GG easy after beating me. I'm not that good. It's not that deep. It's just the game. But it is kind of annoying when people will like go out of their way to annoy you just because you are like at all better than them, which is something I've noticed when I've been recording and making videos, is that a lot more players do that than on like Bedrock. But you know, that just, I guess, comes with it also being a better community. And I think a lot of the players are actually a lot younger just because of how many players there are on Bedrock. And this toxicity has made me like not want to branch out into different like parts of the Java community. Like, I haven't talked to any Java YouTubers just because I don't really feel like it, and I don't know, from what I've seen, a lot of people are just toxic, and I don't want to deal with that. But you know, if you think you're a pretty chill guy and you're a Java YouTuber, you know, comment down below. Maybe we could do a collab. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess the main point of this video is that as a person who's been doing this for a while, especially in the Minecraft community, there never is really knowing if you're gonna make it or if you're not. And it's also extremely easy to run out of ideas or get burnt out, which I know so well. And burnout doesn't just happen because you get bored of the game. It happens because you don't live up to the expectations you want when you're like uploading a video to YouTube. For example, one of the videos I was going to upload that I honestly thought would do really well on my main channel, it completely flopped. And you know, that's really depressing. But even though that happened, I know that I can make good videos, and if people do watch, there's a chance, you know, I could go somewhere. And I mean, I already have come decently far, but I'm still really learning what the Java community is all about. And I was in the Skyblock community, the Bedrock community. I've been in a lot of communities, but the Java PvP community is a lot more unique to anything I've ever done. And while I'm excited to keep going, I really don't know what's going to happen or if I'm even going to stay on my current channel. But if you watch this video because you're like a small YouTuber, or you're just burnt out, or maybe you've been doing YouTube for a long time and you have 100,000 subscribers and you just want to hear someone's stupid story, I guess, I don't know, just comment below some of your experiences with YouTube, and I guess that's it for this video. As always, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.